Hello, 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 my friends. Hope everyone's doing great. It's mid-January already, believe it or not. What's the date? It is January 18th. We're just past mid-January. And so I wanted to put a little tapping video out there that you could follow along, of course. A little tapping script about New Year's resolutions, baby. Yeah. So New Year's resolutions. We all do them. We all put them together. And probably 90% of them fail. Did you ever ask yourself, why is that? Sure, you could blame yourself and say you're lazy, you're not disciplined, you just don't really want to do it, whatever. There's all sorts of excuses for it, but you sort of could blame yourself. But really, it's all about your subconscious mind. So it's very hard to control the subconscious mind because it operates independently of your conscious mind, and it's very powerful. So changing the subconscious mind, which is a lot of what we do when we do tapping, it's a form of subconscious reprogramming. It's a form of super learning, and it's essentially erasing some of those old habits, those old negative habits, right? Or thought patterns, and instilling new, more beneficial, powerful ones. That's why tapping is so incredibly powerful, and it could have permanent change in one session. So when you consciously come up with a New Year's resolution, you're excited about it, you're conscious about it, right? You're saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to have this clean diet, or I'm going to do whatever, I'm going to write the book this year. It could be anything, right? It doesn't matter what it is. When you do that, it's exciting, right? It's exciting. Your conscious mind is coming up with these ideas, and that's what the conscious mind is all about. It's creativity. It's coming up with ideas. It's exciting, right? You think of a new idea and you start to go after it. But the reason most of us fail, especially on a New Year's resolution, is eventually your old habits just take over, because you're fighting against the subconscious mind. Now, just to give you an understanding of how powerful the subconscious mind is, the subconscious mind has the capability of processing, it's something like 20 million bits of information per second. Whereas the conscious mind, and don't quote me on the exact numbers here, the conscious mind is something like, 20 bits of information or 40 bits of information per second. That's a gargantuan difference. That's like an ant trying to fight a giant human being. You know what I mean? Like it's literally impossible. So that's why we do EFT, because it is a way of tapping into subconscious mind and changing it. It's the same thing hypnosis does. You could do it with meditation. There's some other practices. One's called Psych-K. There's all sorts of different practices, but I love EFT. It's worked tremendously well for me, and perhaps it can work extremely well for you in helping you stay on track with your New Year's resolutions. So obviously you can tap on very specific New Year's resolutions and any challenges you're facing with them, and it's always good to do tapping on the specifics like that, or work with a practitioner who could really help you dig up some of the subconscious, unconscious thought patterns or beliefs or habits that maybe you're even unaware of, which you typically are for the most part. But doing some general tapping could really help, and maybe you'll have some breakthroughs and stick to that New Year's resolution, where it's not even a New Year's resolution anymore. It becomes an actual part of you. It becomes a normal behavior or habit. It becomes a part of who you are. And no matter what that goal was or that practice or whatever you were trying to implement, it just becomes normal and easy, right? So let's tap on the challenges of New Year's resolutions, and then maybe you could take it from there and tap on the specifics, the goals that you're trying to accomplish. So if you're struggling with your New Year's resolutions and you need a little bit of a pick-me-up or a little bit of motivation and maybe some actual subconscious reprogramming, then tap along with me. So let's go ahead and get started. Just follow along and take responsibility for how you feel. Things can come up, emotions, you might feel different things coming up. So just take responsibility for your own health and well-being as we do this, and be aware that things can come up. So just follow along, tap where I tap, say what I say. Let's do it, baby. 2022, a new year, a new you. Let's do it. Even though I'm having some issues with my New Year's resolution, it's challenging. It's challenging every year, and I just don't know why. I choose to love, honor, and accept myself right now. And even though I'm having some challenges with my New Year's resolutions, I choose to love and forgive myself right now. And even though I just can't seem to stick with my New Year's resolutions, new habits, new thought patterns, even new beliefs, I'm just having a hard time sticking with it. And I don't know exactly why. That's okay. I choose to love, honor, and forgive myself right now. And I choose to forgive my subconscious mind that controls most of my day. And I choose to forgive anyone else who contributes to the challenges associated with my New Year's resolutions. Okay, top of the head. These challenges with my New Year's resolutions. All of these challenges. All of these challenges associated with my New Year's resolutions. I told myself, I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to reach my goals for 2022. I am going to crush my New Year's resolutions this year. But somehow I just think that's a lie. We're just a few weeks into the new year, and I'm already having significant challenges sticking with my New Year's resolution. Why do I have such a hard time sticking to my New Year's resolution? Is it because I'm lazy? Is it because I just don't want to really do it deep down inside? Or maybe it's just too hard. Maybe it's just too hard for me to do or to accomplish. Maybe I'm just not strong enough to have a successful New Year's resolution. All of these challenges with my New Year's resolutions, it's really getting me down. My old habits are taking over, and I just can't fight it. Sometimes I just want to give up on my New Year's resolution. Besides, most people do give up on it, so it's not a big deal if I give up on it too. I'll just let myself down once again, like I do every year. Like most people do. And then I'll just get on with my old habits. My same old self and my same old habits. Well, that doesn't sound very fun. Nor does it sound very fulfilling. I mean, I knew there would be challenges, but I just didn't expect it to be this hard. All of these challenges with my New Year's resolution. I just can't seem to move forward successfully. I feel stuck. I don't even feel good enough to reach my goals because all of my old habits are taken over. My old self is still here, knocking at my door. I just can't let it go. I just can't stay focused on my New Year's resolution. All of these challenges, all of this lack of discipline. Do I really have no self-discipline? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Like most people, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. All right, go ahead and tap your wrists together. Okay, and I just want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Go ahead, at your own pace. And go ahead and take a second one. In through your nose. And out through your nose. And one final deep breath in through your nose, and just hold it for a second before you let it out. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and start tapping again. I'm going to do another round here. It's a little bit different of a protocol we're going to do, so just follow along, say what I say, tap where I tap. Even though I've been having troubles sticking to my New Year's resolution, I choose to love, honor, and forgive myself now. And even though I've been having lots of challenges with my New Year's resolutions, I choose to change the programming of my mind right now for the better, with more discipline and motivation. And even though my New Year's resolutions seem to be exceptionally challenging, I'm having a hard time sticking with it. I choose to stick with it now. I choose to ingrain the positive thought patterns I need in order to stick with my New Year's resolutions and allowing them to become a part of who I really am. And even though I've been having lots of challenges sticking to my New Year's resolutions, I choose to let those challenges go. I choose to reprogram my mind with positive new thought patterns right now. All right, let's go to the head. All of these challenges with my New Year's resolutions, I choose to allow myself to ingrain new thought patterns and beliefs that allow me to stick to my New Year's resolutions now. I am more powerful than I even know. And I love that. Put that smile on your face. All of these challenges, I choose to let them go right now. I choose to be strong-willed and disciplined. But I have all of these challenges that prevent me from sticking to my New Year's resolutions. My old self keeps butting in. I choose to become aware of the thought patterns and beliefs that hold me back, and I choose to change them right now, allowing more motivation, more discipline, and more joy into my life now. If you hear some snoring, my chocolate lab is snoring behind the camera over there on the couch. All of these New Year's resolution challenges, most people give up on them. Most people cannot change. I choose to become aware that I am not most people, and that I am the one, and that I am disciplined and motivated to stick with my New Year's resolutions now. I choose to allow my New Year's resolutions to become a part of who I am. Right now, I choose to know that my New Year's resolutions are a part of who I am right now. Okay, let's go. One more round. I choose to allow more discipline and motivation into my life. I choose to know that my New Year's resolutions is not separate from me, literally. And that everything I desire, I align myself with right now. I am full of amazing universal source energy. I can accomplish anything I want. I choose to know that deep within my soul. I choose to allow every cell in my body to celebrate with joy. And I choose to align with who I really am. I choose to align with my New Year's resolutions, allowing them to become a part of who I truly am. In body, in mind, in heart, and in spirit. Let's finish up with the wrist. Take a nice deep breath in, and then just let it go. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a long one, but we tackled many different layers of issues that people typically deal with when it comes to New Year's resolutions. So feel free to use this anytime. Tap on it over and over again, and I hope you start to see some great results. So let me know how it goes if you have any questions, and have a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. We'll see you later. All right.